Everyone wants AI in the strategy deck right now. Sales teams want it in the pitch, and IT wants it on the roadmap. But almost nobody stops to ask the one question that actually determines if any of it will work. Is the data underneath it truly ready? An AI model doesn't create insight out of thin air. It amplifies whatever it is given. Feed it clean, well-governed, precisely modeled data, and you get genuinely useful results, yielding much faster decisions, producing much sharper forecasts, and driving real automation. Feed it messy, duplicated, inconsistent records, and it produces confident-sounding nonsense. The model doesn't know the difference. It will happily generalize from bad inputs at a massive scale, turning a small data error into a systemic one. This gap between expectation and reality is exactly why you need a strict 5-step data readiness audit. It acts as a mandatory checklist to fix your plumbing before an AI tool goes live. Because if you layer an AI model on top of broken pipelines, you aren't automating decision-making. Instead, you are just automating the confusion. To trust the answer the machine gives you tomorrow, you have to audit and correct the data flows today. Let's begin the audit where the information originates. We have to look directly at your primary source systems, your enterprise resource planning, human capital management, and supply chain applications. Step 1 is getting the data clean. This requires running a strict data quality profile across those applications to catch the obvious rot. We need to identify null fields where data should be, formats that don't match, and records that directly contradict each other. Look at this data table showing multiple variations of the exact same customer name with missing addresses. We have to deduplicate entries like this, collapsing them into a single, fully populated record, so the AI model relies on one validated truth. Step 2 is ensuring the data is consistent. A common roadblock here is that a metric will mean something entirely different in finance than it does in sales, even though both departments call it by the exact same name. You have to host cross-departmental working sessions to reconcile these conflicts. If legacy processes have different parameters for an active worker or how to calculate headcount, those stakeholders need to agree on a single standard. This diagram outlines the solution. Instead of letting finance, HR, and sales operate in silos, a semantic model layer takes those pathways, locking in the agreed-upon definition as one standard rather than just papering over the departmental disagreements. By enforcing this structural and definitional consistency early on, we ensure the AI layer sees a clear, unified picture. Without it, the model simply inherits the discrepancy, and we end up generating interdepartmental confusion at a much faster pace. Now that the individual records are clean and consistent, we have to zoom out and look at the organization's wider architecture. Most companies have years of data sitting in legacy systems that were never designed to talk to each other. This brings us to step 3, making sure the data is connected. Information must be able to flow between these systems automatically, completely free of any manual patching or spreadsheet uploads. Many modern platforms offer pre-configured extract, transform, and load pipelines that move data rapidly, but these tools only process the specific fragments of the business they are directly plugged into. To fix this, you need to map out your data pipelines comprehensively. The goal is to ensure the AI layer can evaluate the entire business ecosystem as an integrated whole, rather than looking at isolated fractions of information. The speed of your data pipelines is irrelevant if the system is inheriting disconnected upstream data. Moving fragmented data faster simply scales the errors, which is why a fully connected architecture is a strict prerequisite for AI. Next, we need to shift our focus away from the data values themselves and look at the permissions surrounding them. Over time, systems accumulate complex role and duty configurations, often full of inherited access rights from legacy setups. Step 4 is ensuring your ecosystem is governed. This means aggressively auditing your security roles, identifying clear accountability for who can change what, and deleting any over-permissioned or inactive ghost roles. This interface represents natural language AI querying. By allowing users to ask direct questions, AI bypasses the traditional friction of manual reporting, making it efficient at exposing hidden governance gaps through a rapidly expanding search radius. We call this the AI blast radius. A simple prompt can unintentionally pull in highly sensitive finance or HR data if legacy security roles aren't tightly restricted. Finally, we reach step 5, contextualized. The structure of your semantic model has to reflect how the business actually operates on a day-to-day basis, not just how the database tables happened to be captured 10 years ago. You have to treat this model as an ongoing governance artifact. That means assigning clear human owners who are responsible for maintaining the definitions and resolving any future disputes over what the data means. Here is your final scorecard. Once you have worked through the list, you will have data that is clean, consistent, connected, governed, and contextualized. Rigorous governance successfully limits the blast radius of any AI queries, while proper contextualization guarantees that the answers the AI generates remain highly relevant and accurate to your actual business operations. With the audit complete, you now hold a clear, actionable map of your organization's data health. The hidden rot has been cleared out, and the source systems are verified. This is the payoff. By completing these 5 steps, your data is officially ready for artificial intelligence. Now, when you deploy embedded AI features or forecasting tools, you can trust that they will provide sharp, useful answers. Whether you decide to build a custom data platform internally or purchase a pre-built solution, the requirement to fix your source data remains exactly the same. The platform accelerates the plumbing, but it cannot fix the water. The organizations getting real value from AI are the ones treating data quality, governance, and modeling as the actual project. Artificial intelligence is simply the reward for doing the hard work first.